the camera is now your best friend. Okay?
That's pretty boring.
Wait, you talked to Uncle Sean like that?
That's what I was thinking. Okay. I would.
Depends on what gender the best friend is.
Pretty boring best friend if all it does is just sit around watching.
She just called the audience.
Sounds like a best friend.
Welcome to another movie review. Today we're going to be doing Matrix Reloaded.
Okay, so Matrix Reloaded picks up where the Matrix ends at with Neo being out of the Matrix, but them knowing that they are there to free everyone still, and they're starting to free lots more people, and they're making big progress in the war with machines. They know the war is going to come to an end, but they don't know when it's going to. And so they find out that there's a last scan of the ship called the Osiris, which takes place in the Animatrix, if you've seen that one. And in that one, you find out there's a massive invasion force coming to take out Zion, which is their city. And throughout the movie, you see them trying to fight to find out if that's accurate or not. And near the end of the movie, they confirm that it is true and that inevitably they're all going to die unless they win the war. And so it's talking about them trying to get through and win this war.
So, some of the good things with the entire Matrix series phenomenal fight scenes. I think they were pretty creative with how they, obviously we were alive when these movies came out, he and I, so we saw them in theaters, getting to see Neo fight countless Agent Smiths at once was
amazing.
Pretty amazing in theaters. Obviously the continuation of the storyline is great. I love a good narrative that, continues seamlessly through, and I think they did a good job with that. But I think most people, the appeal of the Matrix movie series is the action. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over the top action that you can't really do in real life.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So,
otherwise known as wire work. But Wo Ping is amazing for that.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I don't care.
Yeah. So, girls, what were some of your favorite scenes? Like your favorite top scene, or some of the other good things that you liked about this movie?
The freeway chase.
Yeah.
That was definitely cool.
My favorite scene was the playground where he's fighting all the Agent Smiths and hits them with a signpost.
Yeah. And
Hey.
the pipe.
That's an effective weapon if you know
Yeah.
what you're doing.
So, I just want you girls to know, so my brother, Uncle Bobby, we had this metal pipe that we used to lock our sliding glass door, and my brother thought he was awesome. This was even before the Matrix. And he picked up the pipe and he would swing it around like he was some martial artist, and that's when I think the scene at the playground with Neo and Agent Smith duplicated, that's what my brother was going for. He missed sorely. But what was your favorite part?
Well, I definitely liked Agent Smith attacking Neo with his multiples.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
And overwhelming. That's a lot of Agent Smith.
Yeah, but the Chateau fight scene is by far the best one.
Oh,
best choreographed overall. There's no CG used in it, so it's actually them doing it, and
Still some wire work, but
he stops bullets, and that's pretty awesome.
yeah.
So I guess that's CG, but
I like his wall.
there's no animated Neo in that scene.
Yeah. I do appreciate the Merovingian being kind of surprised, like, okay, well, I guess you have some skill, but still, you're
He's still
nothing.
French.
Yeah.
He's French.
So that kind of brings us to some of the negatives with this particular movie. Again, it's rated R, but for our family, when the children are watching it with us, we skip the
Temple scene.
temple scene in Zion. if you've seen this movie, you know why. It's even when we watch it, I just don't watch that part. I just, play on my phone or do something else until that part's over, because to me, I understand the implications. I understand, Neo and Trinity have finally had some time alone, and
they're married.
And they're married, but I don't need to see it. And everything happening in the cave, to me, it's like the 90s MTV Spring Break in slow-mo. That's pretty much what the scene summed up looks like.
It's actually multiple scenes there.
Yes, I know, technically on the scene breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's still one event.
Yeah.
Overall.
So, what do you girls think about Morpheus telling everyone that yes, the machines are coming, but we shouldn't be scared? What do you think?
Yeah, it is accurate.
But why?
Yeah.
Because as the old councilman pointed out, the machines need them to survive, so they aren't going to wipe them all out. Even if they end up being stuck in the Matrix, they're still alive.
They just may not necessarily have a choice as to what they do.
Maybe. Any other thoughts? Any other good aspects that you really liked about the movie?
I think the actors did a really good job.
Who was your favorite character at this point?
That's hard.
Probably Neo, but Morpheus is awesome.
Link.
I can't pick.
Link.
Why?
There's too
He
many.
was cool, but
Although I think this
Neo
one,
is definitely the best.
the Merovingian is pretty great.
The Merovingian.
Merovingian is a jerk.
Okay, yes, he's a complete total
Yeah.
creep. But he's a Frenchie.
I feel like
Okay.
we just insulted a whole country.
So, I think this movie, for me, it highlights Morpheus really well. I think it just kind of points out how much people look up to him, how much influence he has, how legitimate that position is for him, especially the scene on the bridge when he's got the katana and he's like, slices an SUV in half. I believe there were some interviews with him after the fact where he was talking about how hard that was on his forearm to do all that work and get prepared for that scene, because that takes so much forearm strength and muscle and control to do that. But it was interesting.
Well, the katana
Who's
is so
your-
heavy.
Who's
Yeah.
Much longer.
Ghost is the best character in the movie, which you don't see much of Ghost, but that's because the movie purposefully underplays him. But if you want or play through the game Enter the Matrix, you find out that Ghost is Trinity's actual brother, and it shows his relationship with her a lot more, and just works together, which makes a deeper experience overall.
Yeah. So, some of the bad things. Obviously, the temple scene is... I think it was necessary in the sense of seeing Zion coming together and kind of standing strong in the face of a huge army, that they have no hope, really, outside of Neo. But they're kind of being fearless, which is... storyline-wise, it's necessary. To me, it wasn't necessary for the whole scene. Everything that they showed was unnecessary. I guess the extent that they went, but else than that, again, language. But it's a rated R movie, and again, what is it? It's like going to Walmart at this point. Going to the store, you just...
Normal language for today. But
Yeah.
You also have the issue with the Merovingian where they go and meet him, and he has a dessert prepared for this blonde that's the Lady in Red from the first movie.
I didn't
Yeah.
remember that.
I
Yeah.
figured it out.
And there's some caution there for kids.
Yeah, we kind of
especially.
cover your eyes at that point. It's
Creepy.
It's not necessary again to show it, but at the same time, it does kind of solidify his character as this control freak and power hungry, and really
And a slime ball.
pretty much, yeah. And that's, later confirmed with his wife Persephone, pointing out she wasn't kissing his face. So it's another caution, especially for younger viewers. They might be like, what does that mean? So just be aware for questions that might arise.
Or just avoid them altogether.
Really, again, I know we said this last time on The Matrix, that your family is going to be different than any other family. So you, as a parent, definitely for a rated R film, I suggest watching it first, because then you know when to mute it, when to fast forward, or when to just cover their eyes, if you're going to let them watch it at all. And you know your kids more than anyone else. So just be aware of where they're at, where their maturity is, and even so, sometimes a movie, they might be able to handle it maturity-wise, but it still might not be necessary or worthwhile just yet to let them watch it. So,
with that being said, though, there's very little blood, basically no gore in the movie, so don't be concerned about those. Obviously, cussing is scattered throughout, but not even much of the first movie, really.
Yeah.
So the biggest issue are the sexual related things in the movie, so be aware of that for anyone watching it.
Yeah. So I think that rounds us out. Again, The Matrix Reloaded. I'm sure soon we'll have the third installment recorded for you. We're going back through and watching them before we do our videos, so that way we have kind of the scenes fresh in our minds, and we can really give you a good
Overview.
some good feedback on the films. Plus, it's kind of fun. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.